Today's story is read with permission from Scholastic. Thank you.
Continuing with Geronimo Stilton's The Cheese Burglar with permission from Scholastic, Part 2. A super security system. I turned to find myself snout to snout with an elegant female rodent just as Hercules stepped on my paw. Ouch, ouch, ouchie! The lovely rodent had long blonde fur and wore dark glasses. My name is Flora Ratson, she said. I'm the convention's director. Nice to meet you, I squeaked. My name is Geronimo Stilton. Mr. Stilton, of course, she exclaimed. We've been waiting for you. You and Professor Rindrat are our guests of honor. Because your antique cheese rinds are so valuable, we are providing you with our state-of-the-art, super high-tech security system. She stepped toward Rindrat's display case and attached a special keypad. It's very simple to use, she explained. Just follow these simple steps. 1, pick a 5-number combination. 2, memorize the combination. 3, press each key once. If you tap the wrong key, the alarm will immediately go off. What if someone figures out the combination? Benjamin asked. The keypad is programmed to recognize your unique paw print, Ms. Ratson explained. If another rodent tries to press the same keys, the alarm will go off. How fabulous, Rindrat exclaimed. Just let me clean the keys, and you can choose your combination, Ms. Ratson said. If there are traces of other paw prints, the system won't work properly. She sprayed the keypad and then asked us to turn around while Professor Rindrat chose his 5 numbers. After Rindrat was done, we moved to my booth. Ms. Ratson used the spray and I selected my combination. When I'd finished, Ms. Ratson said goodbye and scurried off. Benjamin and Bugsy Wugsy exchanged a strange look. What's up? I asked them. Would you clean a keypad like that, Uncle G? Bugsy Wugsy asked. And would you wear sunglasses inside? Benjamin asked. I shrugged. I don't know. Maybe I would if I was like Miss Ratson. She's as cool as iced cheese. Clue number 2. Bugsy Wugsy and Benjamin seem suspicious of Ms. Ratson. Why? Good question. A little accident. I agree, my dearest Stilton, said Hercules. I think that rodent is a big liar. But she's the director of the convention, I protested. That may be true, but I'd still like to take a little look around this place, he replied before he disappeared. Meanwhile, Benjamin and Bugsy Wugsy helped me create an attractive display of cheese rinds inside my case. Then I carefully entered my combination on the keypad. Now that the rinds are safe, let's go take a look around, I told Benjamin and Bugsy Wugsy. The show was marvelous. There were dozens of rare rinds, including one extremely rare prehistoric cheese fossil. As we were walking by Professor Rindrat's booth, I stopped to admire Stinktail's rind. All of a sudden, a rodent burst out from behind a display case. Yoo-hoo! I've made an interesting discovery. It was Hercule Poirot, of course. Why are you wearing those yellow gloves? I asked my friend. Well, my dear Stilton, he replied, I spotted the director wearing gloves just like these. She secretly pressed the keypad, and guess what? The alarm did not go off. Look. He stretched his paw toward Rindrat's display case. No, I cried. I tried to stop him, but I stumbled, and my paw landed. No. Right on the keypad. The alarm went off with a deafening screech. Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. Security agents surrounded me instantly, and they were all pointing at me as if I were a thief. Flora Ratson immediately scurried to the scene. Please, gentle mice, everything is okay, she told the agents. It was an accident. Then she turned to me. See, Mr. Stilton, no chance of theft. Let me clean the keypad. As she sprayed the keys again, I noticed that she indeed was wearing black gloves. Uncle G, why did you see that? Did you see that? Bugsy Wugsy asked. Clue number 3. What did Bugsy Wugsy see? Sticky paws. Before I could reply, Professor Reinrat scampered toward me. Mr. Stilton, I am very sorry about what just happened. Oh, thank you, I replied. I thought you would suspect me, too. Never, he declared. Not a gentle mouse like you. As a matter of fact, why don't we get a bite together? What a nice idea, I replied. Then I decided to really impress the professor. I accepted, but only if it's on me. That's very kind of you, Professor Reinrat said. At that moment, Hercules' snout poked out from behind a column. Food? I'll join you. Right outside the exhibition hall, there was a little restaurant with a strange name, the Big Spender Bistro. We were about to sit down when Reinrat excused himself. I must go wash my paws, he said. They feel sticky. Me too, I replied, following him. When we returned to the table, Poirat was already ordering. Yes, I'd like to start with 1 appetizer of mixed bananas, 2 servings of banana fondue, 3 banana omelets, 4 slices of banana bread, and 5 pieces of banana pie. Your friend has an exceptionally large appetite, Professor Reinrat observed. Bugsy Wugsy and Benjamin laughed. Meanwhile, I was sweatier than a slimy slice of Swiss. I had taken a look at the prices on the menu. Now I knew why the place was called the Big Spender Bistro. To eat here, you had to be a big spender. When the bill came, the meal cost more than my precious antique cheese rind, but everybody seemed satisfied and full, and that made me happy. We headed back to the hall so we wouldn't miss the opening speech of the MIEC convention. As we scampered along, I overheard a conversation between 2 passing rodents. My right paw feels sticky. Mine too, came the reply. That was interesting. Benjamin noticed my thoughtful expression. I think I know what's making everyone's paws sticky, Uncle Geronimo. Clue number 4. What have all the MICE attendees touched with their right paws? Do you know? It can't be the same rodent. Bugsy Wugsy, Benjamin, and I joined the rest of the rodents in the exhibition hall. As for Hercules, he had disappeared again. All the major scholars of comparative rhindology sat at a long table at the front of the hall. I recognized Professor Radcliffe, author of the influential book Rhindology, Cheese Rinds from Prehistory to the Present, and also Professor Scrimprat, whose manual Rindonomics, 1001 Fun Ways to Preserve Your Cheese Rind Collection, was one of my favorite books on collecting. At last, Ms. Ratson scurried up to the microphone. Hello, cheese lovers. It is with great pleasure that we kick off our annual convention. Hercules had slipped into the seat behind me. No, it can't be the same rodent, he whispered. Shh, I said. I can't hear a word she's squeaking. But this rodent doesn't resemble her, he continued. Shh, please shut your snout. Take my binoculars, Stilton, Hercules insisted. Does it look like her? Like who? I asked. What are you squeaking about? Actually, Uncle, I think Mr. Poirat is right, Benjamin whispered. That mouse isn't the same rodent we met this morning. Clue number 5. How is this Flora Ratson different? Clapping and napping. But if the rodent squeaking was the real Flora Ratson, then who had we met earlier? I turned around to tell Poirat he was right, but he had disappeared again. Meanwhile, the director finished up her speech. There was a round of applause, clap, 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 and a hearty thank you for our security guards, Ms. Ratson continued, gesturing to the agents lined up next to her on the stage. There was a second round of applause. Clap, clap, clap. I noticed Ashdow among the agents on stage. And a final thank you goes to the Ashdow Company for donating all our security systems. There was a third round of applause. Clap, clap, clap. And now I turn the floor over to Professor Snooze Mouse, 12th century cheddar rind expert. There was absolutely no applause. Within 2 minutes, every mouse was sound asleep, including me. All of a sudden, Hercules poked me. Wake up, Stilton, he squeaked. Something is about to happen. I can tell. Just look at the stage. I looked at the stage. Poirat was right. In fact, something had already happened. Clue number 6. What happened on stage? Can you see it? Oh, we're going to take a break from there.